Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing this beautiful set of long stiletto nails. So of course the first thing that we're doing is just going in and pushing back the cuticles. This is going to expose the new growth and help with reducing lifting. Remember that you can use any type of cuticle pusher, whether it's plastic, metal, or wood, as long as it can be disposed of or disinfected. After that, I'm going in with a 180 sanding band to remove the shine from the natural nail. I am using the Scarlet Melody Susie nail drill and I am using it at 5,000 RPMs. Remember that this step right here is really important and it can prevent your lifting. So make sure that you get around that cuticle area really good. So again, just following the entire nail. You could also do this step with a regular hand file. But with the drill, it just helps speed up the process, and then you're also able to get around that cuticle area really good. So just doing that on all of the nails, and then after this we're going to go in and apply the nail tips. Alrighty, so after that I just dust the nails off, and then I'm going to start applying the nail tips, and I am using these stiletto nail tips. So of course, just making sure that whenever you're applying the nail tips, that the nail tip fits exactly from sidewall to sidewall. You don't want the nail to be too big or too small, because if not, they will break or lift. Once you got the perfect size, you just go in, apply the nail tip or apply the glue on the nail tip, and then place the nail tip on their nail. Make sure that you also hold your finger really straight, that way the nail is not on there crooked. And like I said, just place it on there for a few seconds and then you're good to go. And of course, as always, I am using the KDS nail glue, which is available on my website. I also have the nail files on my website and a whole bunch of other good stuff. So be sure to go check it out before it completely sells out. And of course, as always, thank you all so much for everyone that has supported my online store. So I'm just going to finish applying the nail tips on all of them. And since they're already stiletto, we're not going to have to do too much filing, but we are going to do a little bit. Alrighty, so after we apply all of the nail tips, like I said, they're already that stiletto shape that we want. However, she likes her nails like super pointy, so I'm just going in and just following the size to make them a little bit more narrow at the tip. And then once we get that width that we want at the tip, we go in and just blend the nail tip right in the middle. And of course, make sure that you alternate from side to side when you're filing. That way you don't overfile on one side and then your nail is going to be crooked. And if that does happen, what you want to do is just go ahead and remove the nail tip and replace it with another one, because a lot of the time once you overfile on one side, it's really hard to even it out without you making it like super narrow. Alrighty, so once we get that perfect shape, we just dust the nails off and then we're going to go in with the primer. This is going to help the acrylic adhere a lot better to the natural nail. So just applying that on all of the natural nails. After that, we're going to go in with the acrylic. Again, this is the JC Beauty Concepts acrylic system and I absolutely love it. The color that I'm using is in the color Cover Pink, and it's such a pretty like frosted pink color. And of course, the brush that I'm using is my number 10 Alpha brush. Alrighty, so for the acrylic application, as always, I start with the first bead right in the middle where the natural nail and the tip meet, and then I just kind of pat it down and then brushing it down towards the tip. And then my next bead I'm going to place right below that one. So these two first beads are focusing on making sure that I have a good thickness at the tip, especially since these are long and stiletto. Of course, you know that tip is super narrow, so you want to make sure that you don't lay the acrylic down too thin, because then they're going to break off super easily. So as always, also making sure that as you're applying the acrylic that you're steady looking at the nail from the side. That way you know where you need to apply more acrylic, and you'll be able to know, because you know you'll either have just not enough acrylic, or you know you might have too much acrylic, so you would know, okay, you know, I don't need to apply any more acrylic, or I need to apply a little bit more acrylic. So just make sure that as you're working, you're looking at the nail from the side. And then the third bead goes closer to the cuticle area, placing it down. Same thing, patting it down and brushing it down towards the tip. And then also making sure that if you get any product on the skin, that you wipe it off immediately, because once it dries, it's going to be really hard to take off, and then most likely your client will experience lifting. Now right here, as you see, I'm just going in and applying a little bit more acrylic wherever it's needed, but for the most part I try to stick to the 4-ball method, but whatever works for you is completely fine. And then right here, I didn't zoom in just because I wanted you guys to see me picking up my beads, as far as like dipping my brush into the liquid and into the powder. And then also, I know I get a lot of questions about my monomer warmer, and I probably mention it in all of my videos, but that monomer warmer that you see me using is by OPI. However, I believe that they no longer make it, because I have not been able to find it anywhere. But if you find it, please do us a favor and just leave the link down below, because I've had a lot of people looking for it. So Yeah, so now we're just gonna go in and basically do the same thing for all of the nails. So again, I just placed my first bead right in the middle, placed in my second one right below that one, third bead closer to the cuticle area. And remember that whenever you're applying the acrylic and brushing it down, you want to be super gentle, because you don't want to brush the product off the nail. Yeah, I'm over here talking so fast, but you don't want to brush the product off the nail. You're literally just making sure that you brush it in to blend it in with the acrylic that you already have on the nail. And then also another thing is, of course, making sure that you have a nice apex, and I'll be sure to leave you a picture here of where your apex should be, because I know I have a lot of beginners on my channel and some people just don't know what an apex is. But your apex is where your nail gets its strength from. So if you were to hit your nail on something and your nail is super thin, then of course, most likely your nail is going to break off. But if you have, a good apex and good thickness on the nail, then, your nail might be sore a little bit, but it's not going to break off as easily. Alrighty, so for this index finger, I'm going to basically do the same thing. So I'm just place my first bead, brushing it down, and then in a second, I'm going to be adding some glitter at the tip. And this glitter, y'all, I've had for so long, but it's such a pretty pink holographic glitter. And I believe it's from Coco Glitter Bells. I'll be sure to leave her Instagram down below. I believe when I first found her business, it was like on eBay, like, y'all, so many years ago, but I still have it. And then I recently bought some more from her. So again, be sure to go check her website out because she has some really pretty glitters. But anyways, yeah, so we're just doing the pink first, and then I'm gonna go in with the glitter, and then of course I'm gonna encapsulate the glitter with the clear, but I'm just making sure that I get a nice coverage of this pink first. Alrighty, so this is what the nails look like after the acrylic application, before I did any reshaping or filing. So as you can see, we have a nice thickness and a nice apex. So now we're going to go in and just reshape those nails. So this time, it's not going to take as much filing as it did at first, because we already have that shape that we want. We just want to make sure that we perfect it, because a lot of the time whenever you apply the acrylic, it kind of takes away from the shape. So we just have to go in and redefine that shape. So same thing, just going in on the sides at a 90-degree angle. And then of course I'm still using my Scarlet Melody Susie nail drill, and then I'm also using the Melody Susie dust collector. And then the little thing you just see me put on my thumb is just like a little finger cap, and I just put it on there because a lot of the time the nail file kind of rubs against my thumb and I end up cutting myself. So this kind of just protects my thumb from any cuts. So I'll be sure to leave this, or I'm gonna add it to my Amazon storefront list, so be sure to go check out the description for all of the links. Alrighty, so next we're going to go in and file the nails. This is the fine drill bit. You can also find this one on my Amazon storefront list, and I just absolutely love this drill bit because it's a fine drill bit, but it's also really good at just making the nails super nice and smooth, and it doesn't take a lot of work at all. So just going around the cuticle area, going from the right side all the way over to the left side, and then of course following the rest of the nail. And of course, for me, I don't have bumpy and lumpy nails. I mean, I used to before, but now I'm able to apply my acrylic really nice and smooth, so I don't have to do too much filing throughout the entire nail. I just mainly focus around that cuticle area to make sure that I seal it really good, that way I don't get any lifting. But if you're a beginner and your nails are still pretty thick and bumpy and lumpy, then you're just gonna have to spend a little bit more time when you file the nails. I know I've had a lot of people before message me asking me or just saying hey, so I filed the nail with the drill or with the hand file, but my nails are still thick or they're still bumpy. And y'all, the only way to get rid of those bumps and lumps, or to get some of that thickness off the nail, is just by filing, whether it's with your drill or your hand file. I definitely recommend that you do it with the hand file, especially if you're trying to thin down the acrylic, because your wrist is going to be hurting with that hand file. So also, if you don't feel comfortable with the e-file, I would just say, just pick it up every now and then, and just, even if you have to use it at a low speed, that is completely fine. Whatever makes you feel comfortable, but I definitely recommend that you get used to that e-file, because it's gonna make your life a lot easier. Trust me when I say that, because whenever I first started, I was definitely super scared to use it, because I was scared that I would cut my clients. So sometimes I would use it and act like I'm really just was doing something, but I really wasn't doing much. And back then, that's when I was getting lifting, and lifting can be super frustrating, and you're trying to figure out what you're doing wrong. But that was my thing. That's why I was getting lifting, and it was because I was not filing around that cuticle area like I should have been doing. So the acrylic was lifting around the cuticle area, water was getting trapped under there, and it was making the nail lift or come up. So definitely make sure that you focus on your filing. That's where a lot of your lifting will come from. But anyways, now I'm just going in with the buffer, and I'm just buffing all of the nails, and this is going to make sure that it gets rid of any of the scratches left on the nails from the hand file or the e-file, because if you skip this step, you will be able to see those scratches through your polish, and that's not cute. So make sure that you buff them really, really good. Alrighty, so after that, I just dust the nails off, and then I'm going in with an alcohol wipe to remove that dust. And then after this, we're going to go in with the polish application, and we're just going to be doing this pink and a white. And I've been seeing this a lot, so I wanted to try it out. So I just put the two colors on my little nail polish plate, and then with my little cleanup brush, I'm just going to pick up some of that polish and literally just place it on the nail and kind of just move it around as I'm placing it down, and it's gonna create like a marble effect with the two colors in there. And I just think it was so cute and super easy to do. So again, you just choose whatever gel polish you want, put it on just anything, and then just kind of swirl the colors around a little bit with a brush, or I mean I used the cuticle pusher, but whatever you want to use. And then use a little small brush, pick up the polish, and just place it on the nail. And if you want to swirl the color around just a little bit as well, once you place it on the nail, that is completely fine, because you see me going in there and kind of messing with it a little bit more. But I'm just going to do that on all of the nails. And then after this, we're going to cure this for 30 seconds, and then we are going to do the same thing on the other hand, and then we're going to be applying some bling. Alrighty, so after we cure both hands for 30 seconds, I'm going to go in with some bling. And obviously, as you guys can see, I am using my bling kit, which is available on my website right now. So if you're interested, be sure to go check it out right now, because y'all, I don't even have that many left. Like, they've been going like crazy, but it literally comes with all of your AB crystals. It comes with different shapes, and then it comes with like your AB SS6, SS10, SS12, SS16, and then a few other numbers in between. And then it comes with the horse eye, the teardrops, the diamond stones. It comes with some circles, some hearts, some flowers. Like, y'all, it comes with a whole bunch of different shapes, and just like, y'all, it just comes with a lot. So be sure to go check it out, and it is available on my website for $85. So again, I'm using the Stiletto nail adhesive, and then I'm using the little wax pencil or pen that the kit comes with. Alrighty, so now I'm going to go in with the Madame Glam Gel Top Coat. I'm going to apply that on all of the nails, and then I'm going to cure them for 60 seconds. And then also right before this, I did spray the nails with the Hurry Up spray, which is a spray that helps the nails or the glue dry a lot faster, because it is a gel resin, which means that it's like thicker glue, so it takes it a little bit longer to dry. But with that Hurry Up spray, it instantly dried that glue. So I definitely recommend it if you're using the Stiletto nail adhesive. Alrighty, y'all, so here is the final look. As you can see, they turned out so beautiful. I absolutely love that cover pink that I use underneath, and then with that glitter and that pink marble, like, y'all, it just looks so pretty and clean. So as always, I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and follow me on Instagram at getnail32, and I will see you guys next time.